there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to part number 2 of my December flip through of 2022. So, this is a journal that I made out of a clasp-ish envelope. I had a lot of fun making it. I attached this super cute tassel to it, and yeah, I really enjoyed working in it. Loved working in it. The papers that I've used, well, let's see here. We ended on the 10th, so let's go to this. No, not here either. Okay. Some of the papers that I used, just letting you know, like this one right here, the papers I used to make the book itself, there is a link below, by the way, to how I made this journal. So look in the description box below for that. These papers right here all came from Recreations by Brooke. It was her 2022 December freebie. It was extremely generous of her and beautiful printout. So that is what I used in this book all through it. Okay, so this, I'm not only going through my creative daily journal journey with you in this journal because I have, the notes of what happened, the events of the day, of each day, but I'm also going to be going through the prompt list. And the prompt list was this right here. It was Christmas Prompts 2022. I will put the link below to the video that showcased that. It was the first year I've ever done prompts. I made the list up myself, and they were intended for my purposes to be used as writing prompts, to tell a little short story, to bring those memories back into, the present, so to speak. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so this was Sunday the 11th. This is a printout from Jesus Calling. My husband was just having a super rough time. So, yeah, with his health. So I filmed a ramble session. It is, after all, a Sunday. That's when I do it. This is just decoration. This is a little flippy-doo. Oh, this is the day that I made my son a possum. He loves possums, and I was like searching for what I was going to get him for Christmas. We did get him some other things, but then I wanted to get each of the kids a very personal item, something that was just special for just them, anyway, so I made this cute little possum, and my son adored it. It was so stinking cute. So this is from just a magazine. Music paper in the back. This, I printed some of Brooke's things on vellum and just stuck it in here like a little belly band type thing. Like if I wanted to put anything in there, I could, but this whole Santa thing is a pocket. This is just notepad paper. I love using in my journals notepad paper. And this is letter to Santa. So, dear Santa, fix my big handsome. Much appreciated. One stressed out mama, baby girl. That's what my husband calls me. But then so that's all I want for Christmas. That's all I want. Yeah. Anyway, on a sweeter note, one year at my husband's company's Christmas party, my daughter decided to write a letter to Santa. And she said, can I write this letter? And we're going to go sit on his lap today at the Christmas party. Can I take it to him and give it to him? We're like, yes, of course. So now, obviously, Santa was somebody who worked for the company, and somebody who knew my husband. And so he got the letter, and lo and behold, like a week later, I don't know how long it was, my daughter received a letter in the mail from Santa, and she probably still has it to this day. And yeah, it was super special of that Santa to send our little girl a letter. Yeah. So got very little sleep. I'm tired. Big Handsome is still having a rough time. I spoke with my aunt. We reminisced about past Christmases. Oh, the dolphin were playing in the cove, and I recorded it for her to see, so I sent that to her. And then poor Remy's tummy was rumbling, so we just had a mess here, let me tell you. Yeah, a possum made for my sunshine, and yeah, we watched movies. At this time, my husband was so gracious to me, so gracious. First of all, I love a good rom-com, okay? And I love a good chick flick, all right? That is just, I am chick flick through and through, okay? I love the sentimental, sappy, you know, I love that so much. And so he was so gracious to me, and like every night, almost every night of December, I think, we watched some kind of Christmas movie. So that was super special. Um, on this day here, favorite holiday scent, and I have this comes from an Ideals magazine. The scent that reminds me of Christmas is opium. And it was a perfume that my father had bought my mom way back when, and yeah, ever since then, I love the smell of opium. My husband wears opium for men, and I could just gobble him up every time. I just love the scent of it. It's like a spicy, cinnamony scent. It's just gorgeous. So I was spending a lot of time on the computer this day. I did 3 journal with me videos. No, I did 2 journal with me videos, and then I filmed the box from your creative studio. So not a whole lot of journaling on this page, but the pictures, tell me what happened. Okay, on this day, obviously we were at the doctor. I have not done this for a while, where we visit the doctor, and maybe I went in to use the restroom or something, and they make you wear a mask still, and so yeah, so I use it. I glued it in here to make it a pocket. It makes a fabulous pocket. And then I even put a little tiny green charm on the side. Why? Because I can. All right. So holiday recipes. This was the 13th prompt. And you didn't have to do the prompts in order either, but whatever. Prime rib, serve 6. My husband makes it. It's a standing rib roast. It comes out perfect every single time. It is so good. It is so good. And then this card, this little tag I made, holiday dinner, it just talks about it. Normally, we would have the prime rib on New Year's because my dad would always come down the week after Christmas and spend the whole week with us. After Christmas, I really miss that this year. But yeah, and so my dad loved prime rib, and he loved it with horseradish sauce, and yeah, and so now we just started doing it for Christmas. So yeah, we were looking forward to doing that. Let's see if I can get this back in here. Okay, there we go. Baby cow was born. This is my inside this little thing. I have the story about baby cow's birth, and this is my sister-in-law's grandson. So so special. And so this was the 13th. It was a Tuesday. No walk. I was up at 4 a.m. Oh, because we went to the doctor. Yeah, so we left at 5 a.m. and arrived there at 8. Yeah, like when I know, if you've been following it all, when my husband goes to his pain doctor, it is literally 3 hours down, 3 hours back, and then like an hour or so there. So we're talking a long time. So anyhow, I spoke with my stepmom this day, and okay, so they did a titration on my husband's pump. Anyway, so, oh yeah, on the way back, we stopped at Bagel Break to have a breakfast, and he felt decent mostly, so that was good. I did text with my beauty queen while I was at the doctor. I just wait in the car, oh, and then she told me about her debacle with a prescription. Gosh. We just have the best of luck with doctors and prescriptions around here. Okay, on the 14th, this is the day that we wrapped my daughter's birthday present. Now, can I tell you when my daughter's birthday was? It was back in August, and what she wanted was a recipe binder that held all of her favorite and some of my son's favorite family recipes, but she wanted me to write them out, and she wanted her dad to write them out. She wanted her grandmother to write them out. So it took us a bit to get that done, but we finally did that and wrapped it all up ready to go. So I slept in this day because yesterday was just a really long day. And I made pouches for the kids. They look like this, like a drawstring pouch, and that was fun. And yeah. Oh, here are the little pouches I made. And I put a little tag on them that says mama. I stepped mama on them, stamped mama on them. This was my son's, this was my daughter's. And what they held were special ornaments, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So, oh, and this day we wrapped all the gifts. That's why it says it's a wrap right here. Yeah. And these letters I do myself. It is just easier for me to do them. It is more fun for me to do them this way, and I do save money on buying alpha stickers, which I cannot stand. So here are the ornaments. I'll bring it up. This one right here, it says Christ was born for this, and it has a nail in it. That was for my son. That was his favorite ornament. And so we gifted that to him, and it was given to us by Mama and Papa. And then my daughter's was this beautiful Swarovski crystal angel. She has always loved this one. It came from my mother and father when they had gone to Europe, and they must have visited the Swarovski place. And yeah, so that was very special. And okay, so let's see. Christmas cookies and sweets recipe. Okay, so my mother would make cookies every year. Oh my goodness, yes. She would make just all sorts. You know, I remember her making these candy cane ones, and she'd split the dough and she'd dye one side like red, the other side she'd leave plain. And then and it was like a peppermint dough, and she would wrap them, she would twist them into candy canes. They were about that big. They were so delicious. What else would she make? Oh, she made these wonderful strawberries. Why, I don't know. But they had like strawberry jello in it. Not just the powder, just the flavoring. Strawberry. So it was like strawberry jello, sweetened condensed milk, and coconut. And then she would chill it and form it into a strawberry, and then dip the top in green sugar and the bottom in red sugar. And then she would line them up just so precisely, you know, and they were so good. And then another favorite of mine was she used to make those Spritz cookies, and I am so blessed. I have her copper Spritz maker. You know, it's like the old school one, and you twist it, and it's a cookie press, you know. Oh, I cherish that thing. So yeah, and so she would make the little Spritz Christmas trees, and she used to get these silver balls to put on the top. I think they sell them again, but they used to not sell them for many years. But anyway, so I loved it. Oh gosh, I loved my mom's cookies so much, and it was a yearly thing, and it was wonderful. And then one thing that we do in our house, well, we actually keep this year round. This right here is from Sweet Lynn at Love Lynn's Life. What is it called? A vinyl sticker. And so is Mama's hot chocolate. Okay, and here's the recipe if you want to know. I'll leave it there for a second. There it is. It's not like I don't like secret recipes, you know, like I think sharing is caring. So it is the best hot chocolate ever, and we use it year round. My husband literally drinks a cup every morning. So, and then this is something else that has become a tradition in our house, is making almond roca. And this was actually from a recipe that was in oh my gosh, was it 2003, 2000 something? Yeah, it was a long time ago. Our homeschooling group made a recipe book, and it was like the best thing ever. And this was one of the recipes, and it's so good. It's inexpensive. It has like 3 ingredients. It has brown sugar, saltine crackers, butter, chocolate chips, 4 ingredients, you know, super, super simple to make. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was back in 2003. Good grief. Yeah. So, and it was funny. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. I did put this recipe in my daughter's book. I put all the recipes in her book too. So, okay, and now here we are on, this page was not filled out before because, you know, it was before Christmas. So here's another fork, a fork bow. This was the 15th on a Thursday. We watched a lot of TV, okay? So that's what we were doing. The background paper is from Artie Mays. It was beautiful, and again, a free digital. Sorry. So that was, it was just gorgeous, a gorgeous digital. So I used that. This is a Christmas list paper that I just, glued them, and it's a list of gifts to give. So Big Handsome got a deck box. I got a fire pit. We did our exchange. Not that we don't really do exchanges, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, we got Beauty Queen a food processor, and we also got her a Tiara Black Beehive candy dish that she had wanted when she was up here before. And we went back the very next day to get it for her. So that was her special surprise gift. And then for my son, we got him some Stephen King novels and some shirts. And I crocheted him a possum. For his girlfriend, I got her Prismacolor pencils. And she was happy about those. And then for Mom and Paul, we got them self-sharpening knives. A knife set that is self-sharpening, because my husband loves to cook, and whenever he goes over there, he can never find a sharp knife. So now they have sharp knives. Yeah, it was kind of a selfish gift. I mean, he even said that, but it was funny nonetheless. So anywho, so the 16th on a Friday, I have been having so much fun in this journal. Yes, so much fun, and I might even make one, for next year. Here's the center of my book. Wish list, my Christmas wish list, and I got this offline actually, and I really loved it. As I grow older, I find my list gets shorter. The things I want can't be bought, and amen to that. This, my husband and I went out and about. I can tell because he got me some poutine, which I love, and he got me some Skittles, and he basically got them because of the packaging. It's in, I don't know what language, and yeah, it's just cute, and he saw them in a store he was in. He was like, oh, I'll get these for her book. He does sweet little things like that. And yeah, we were out by 9. We were taking the recycling, and then we just went out and about. Yeah. And then now we were currently on a Liam Neeson kick, watching movies, and a cheesy Christmas movie each night. Yes. And I wrote, I'm thankful that Big Handsome suffers for me. And I chatted with my beauty queen as well. And then this, let's see. Oh, okay. This just talks about the Skittles. And how my husband went into a store and saw them there and was like, oh, those, she would like those. Okay, here's a pocket I made. Okay, so this was an interesting page. This is also from Brooke. And what I did was I glued on this piece first, is glued flat onto the page. Then I glued this part onto the page, but then I just carried it over into this page, but made it a pocket. Yeah. So that worked out really well. I don't know what that noise is. Anyway, I was filming, so I did a journal with me and a glue book video. And then let's see, didn't really do much today. Spent a lot of time in my room filming and loads of time uploading and linking. So texted with Beauty Queen. Oh, she sent me a picture of their beautiful tree. And then they broke free of the red, green, and gold of their childhood. That's funny. Yeah, so we were just happy that, they had gone and gotten their Christmas tree. This I received in Happy Mail years ago, and it was in my stash, and I'm so glad that I used so many things from my stash this year. Again, oh, if I didn't tell you in this video, this right here is from Jill at Jilly Bean Studio, as well as this cute little gingerbread person. So cute. Yeah, so someone's doing something outside, and I don't know what it is, but anyway. Okay, what is this? Christmas tree tradition. Okay, so our Christmas tree tradition was always to go on my birthday weekend. My birthday is December 7th, and we would go whatever weekend that was. We also did that. My family, when I was a child, we did that as well. So we carried on that tradition into our family, and we would go on our Christmas weekend. Oh, there's my kids' tree. Their first Christmas tree. So beautiful. There's my little son and my little daughter. Those are from Brooke's her printables and all. Did I say the printables come from Brooke and you have to get them on her Facebook group? So go over to her YouTube channel, which will be linked below, and subscribe to her, and also go to her Facebook group and become, join that, and you can get all this stuff. She also does like Friday freebies. So anyway, back to this. Yeah. So we would always go get our Christmas tree on my birthday weekend. We'd, set it up in the living room. We'd let it fall a day. And then usually the next day, like on that Sunday, we would decorate the tree. I would usually put all the lights on, and then everybody, would decorate the tree. As, the kids got older, there was a lot more of mom doing it. And, anyway, but it was still fun nonetheless, and I love a Christmas tree. I love it. And so this is a picture of my kids' Christmas tree. I hope it is not too glary. No. And it's beautiful. There was another, like, thump. Like, I don't know what's going on here. My dog's not barking, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll check it out in a bit. So anywho, let's see. Yeah, this just talks about that. So, there you have it. This goes in here. Okay, and that goes in there. So see, it's a nice little pocket. I already talked about that. Oh, and tummy prob still, or again with my little pup. So that was not good. Here, I do believe on this day I made these coin roll things, and then I even added a jingle bell to them, and yeah, so that was a lot of fun. This is just this is a Brooks thing, just a simple, oh, you know what it was? It was my attempt at a shaker card. I put too much stuff in there, and so it doesn't really shake, but it was still cute nonetheless. And rather lazy day. Okay, this was a Sunday, so I spoke with my aunt. I uploaded a bunch of videos, and oh yes, because I knew that we were going to be away at my kids, so I wanted to make sure that y'all had videos to see. So I filmed a ramble session and my November flip throughs on this day. This is a card that I actually watercolored a few years ago, and I gave out to the kids at the school that I worked at for their little Christmas thing. I took a bath today, used a bath bomb, which was fabulous. Favorite ornaments. Okay. The only Christmas decorations we kept after we moved were the special ones. Yep, that's it. Those Christmas ornaments were always put on last on our Christmas tree, always. And this is, here, I took them out. Put them on my bed and took a picture. Those are all the special ornaments. Yeah, and I love each and every one of them. Okay. Then on this day, this was our newsletter, right? The infamous newsletter that you get as a Christmas card or whatever. I wasn't going to do it. So then my husband and I went and we actually bought cards. And then while we were doing the cards, I was like, oh, fine, I'll just do the letter, so I did it. But yeah, not many people. It's very disheartening to me, actually. There are many people that do not send out Christmas cards anymore. Our lives are just plastered all over social media, which I get, but it's still nice, to get a card in the mail, Doesn't have to be anything but have a great Christmas or Merry Christmas or I don't know, Happy Holidays. Just, I don't know. I really miss that about this day and age. I really, really do. The correspondence by letter writing. Anyway, we got this sweater for our pup, and I wrote, I can't believe I talked Big Handsome into getting the sweater for Remy. And it's a good thing I did, because it was very cold down here during the Christmas break. Very cold for here. So anyway, this had to do with wrapping presents, and it talks about, like, when the kids were little, my husband and I would wrap the gifts, of course. Nothing ever came out to the tree. Even though we didn't do Santa, nothing ever came out to the tree until Christmas Eve. And as they got older, our kids it would be like an all-day affair. Like, that's what we did on Christmas Eve day, is we would sit in my room listen to Christmas carols and wrap all the gifts, you know, and we'd change people out. You know, like if we were wrapping my son's gifts, it was my daughter and I wrapping his gifts, or it was he and I wrapping um, her gifts, you know, like yeah. And funny thing is, too, they did that tradition this year at their house. They spent all day Christmas Eve wrapping presents. Oh, it was fabulous. And so, yeah, we had to go get some stamps to send out all of our Christmas letters. And we went to breakfast this morning with Mama and Papa, and that was really nice. Really nice. And then we just ran some errands. We got my husband's uh, prescription. Then we went to Publix. He got a milkshake at the ice cream store while we waited for a pizza to get ready. Yeah, so we got a margarita pizza. And so, yeah, there's that. And then this is just a page. It's just so beautiful. It needs no decoration at all. This is Brooks from Brooks Thing. Now, I have to tell you, from here on out, I had done a little bit of decoration, okay, before I left to go home, or not to go home, to go to my kids' house, and we left on this day. So I had not done any of this journaling, I don't even think, before I left, and we left on the 23rd. So, yeah, I was behind already, and then I literally finished up this journal like January 3rd. And so by that time, I was done with Christmas. So I kind of like petered out a little bit as we go on from here. But anyway, it is what it is, you know? So this one was Christmas wrapping paper. This was some Christmas wrapping paper that I had gotten in Happy Meal years ago. And so that was fun. And then that was the prompt. My dog is just moaning. Okay, isn't this hilarious? All right, so this is the wrapping paper that my daughter used, one of the wrapping papers that my daughter used for Christmas this year. So I had made it into a trifold, and then I go on this side, and what I wanted to do was have it like this, right? Because here I put Santa, Merry Christmas, and these were other wrapping papers that she used. Then when I went to go write on it, I realized that it was upside down. So, yeah. Okay, we all make mistakes. So note to self, check orientation before adding glue. Okay, so I wasn't feeling great today. No walk. I was feeling kind of potsy. Big Handsome went into town because he got a new windshield for our golf cart, and he installed it, and it looks great and works great. So that's fabulous. Okay, so this is the day that I was making the coin roll embellishments and filming. Okay. And then the prompt was Christmas wrapping paper. And it talks about just like, one of my things was, because my colors are traditional red, green, and gold, I would always get some kind of craft paper like this, and then I might get like a foil paper or some other kind of coordinating paper that was cute. Not really cutesy, because I didn't do like the cartoony cutesy Christmas. I did more traditional. So that was just always my thing, you know? And then on the 21st here, I did 2 videos. So I did the tutorial on the coin wrappers and my plans for 2023, which actually went totally out the window. And then the Christmas prompt was Christmas poem, and I found this in an Ideals magazine. And this day I did these little booty things, you know, for like your feet. They aren't the peely ones that I told you about in the last flip through. So this is an example of the coin roll embellishment, right? Then this night, our kids went to the Nutcracker. A group of friends went to the Nutcracker, and my daughter actually sent me this picture of my son and his sweet little girlfriend, but she failed to send me a picture of herself, so I don't know about that. Then this was all the things you need for that almond roca, because this is the day that I was making almond roca. You need butter, you need saltine crackers, and chocolate chips, and what else? brown sugar, and it's so good. So this day was the day before we were leaving to go down to the kids' place, and it was a cleaning day for us. I wanted the house clean. I love coming home to a clean house. So my big handsome, he worked out first, and then he washed the dog, which was always nice. He vacuumed the whole house. He went to the store. He cooked up dinner, which was tater tot casserole that we later took over to Mama and Papa's house. He did the laundry, and he also made my doctor's appointment. Yeah, coming up this month. So, and then for me, I dusted. Now, let me tell you, Dust and me are not friends, okay? And it's not that. First of all, I hate dusting, okay? My husband refuses to do it, which is fine. I mean, he's going to vacuum and mop. Hello. So, I'll take care of the dusting, but I have never been able to find a duster that actually works, that actually the dust sticks to it. Like those Swiffer things? No. Not any sort of Swiffer anything works for me. It just pushes the dust around. So I did find these, and they're from Ritz, and Ritz Clean. I don't know. I found them at Publix, and their dusting cloths worked like a charm. Okay, worked like a charm. They're yellow with like a mustard yellow color with like red blanket stitching around it, and they work a charm. They don't just push the dust around. It actually sticks to the cloth. They were fabulous. Okay, so I had a great time dusting, mind you. So I made the bed. I called the place about my dad. I sent friend Christmas cards this day to just a very few because, I mean, postage is going up and all of that jazz. And I know that probably nobody received them before Christmas, which is fine. Made the almond roca, packed up the suitcases, went over to Mom and Pa's for dinner, and my sister-in-law was there, her daughter and her kids were there. So on the 22nd was I put for the prompt most interesting present, but then I crossed it out and put most funny present. And this is about my son. I told you guys on a ramble session, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating this. He moved into his place. I'll try to tell this short. He moved into his place about 4 years ago. One thing that he was adamant about was do not get me a decorative sign that says live, love, laugh. Okay? So we were out one day, and what did I find? This sign. Yep. So I bought it for him without his knowledge. Okay? Without his knowledge. And I hid it in his house. Not really hid it, but I would put it in the downstairs bathroom, and then he'd go in there and he'd holler at me, "Mom, I told you I didn't want that in my house," And so he would give it back to me and take it home, So then when his back was turned, I'd go upstairs and I'd set it on his bed or on his nightstand or whatever, and he'd go and have a fit, And so anyway, so then he's like, "I'm putting it in your purse so that you take it home." I was like, "Okay, honey." Well, before we left that day, I shoved it into a drawer that is right by his front door. It took him probably over a year to find it. It was fabulous. Okay, so on Christmas this year, the last present he handed to me, and I was like, "What did you guys do? What did you do?" He and my daughter were cracking up. Usually they'll save, it's what I call a cry-worthy gift, back when we lived at our old house, there would always be one last gift for Mom, and it was something special for my husband or something special from them, tickets to the theater or, something like that. And so anyway, so he hands me this gift. I open it up and it's that sign, and I died laughing. Oh my gosh. It was the greatest present ever, right? Greatest present ever. So hilarious. I'm going to hang it in my room for now. But when he least expects it, when he least expects it, he's going to get it back. And I don't know how long it will take him to find it, but oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait until that happens. It's going to be precious. So I'm going to leave you guys here, and then we'll go. The rest of this is our stay at our kids' house. So I'll go through that in a separate video. Boy, oh boy, it's gonna take me all month of January just to get through this December journal. But I appreciate your time and I appreciate you sharing it with me. I thank you that you choose to share your time with me. I know how precious it is. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of creative daily journaling. And what else? Check the description box below. Everyone that I have mentioned, I think, will be down below. Oh, just in case somebody wants to know where I got these numbers from, which somebody did, it was an old pack of calendar numbers that my daughter had. She's a teacher and she wasn't going to use them, so they were just in my stash. So yeah, check the links below for the people that I mentioned, any tutorials that I have down there. How I made this book is down there, so make sure you check it out. And again, I will thank you for sharing your time with me. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye for now.